Hello everyone and welcome to Disney Plus the Fuss. In this video, I will be going over all the key points you should know about The Mandalorian, a brand new series set to release on November 12th on the all-new Disney Plus streaming service. This video will not be a trailer breakdown or Easter egg video, it's just a quick overview of what you should know before you start to watch the new series. If you're like us at Disney Plus the Fuss podcast and grew up with Star Wars, then you were probably pretty stoked when you heard there's finally gonna be a live-action Star Wars series, and we think it's a really smart move on Disney's part to start with The Mandalorian. With all the mystique and hype around everybody's favorite bounty hunter Boba Fett, it makes sense that the show creators wanted to start with a similar character instead of a character fans like us already know. Star Wars fans are the hardest fans to please in my opinion, so launching a show with a character we aren't familiar with is a good way to not give anyone false expectations. With that said, let's get into some of the main points you should be familiar with before you start watching the show. So, this is not a show about Boba Fett, but an unnamed Mandalorian, a lone gunfighter and bounty hunter in the outer reaches of the galaxy. Mandalorians are a race of warrior-like individuals from the planet Mandalore who often work as mercenaries and bounty hunters. They're easy to recognize with their iconic armor and helmet, and they're all around badass with a reputation of being skilled killers. After watching the trailer, it's safe to say we are going to be getting some really cool action scenes in this series. It's set in the Star Wars timeline somewhere between the fall of the Empire, after the events in Return of the Jedi, and before the rise of the First Order and the events that took place in The Force Awakens. The Mandalorian is created and produced by Jon Favreau. He's directed well-known films such as the Iron Man films, produced all of the Avengers movies, and worked as a voice actor for Rogue One and on Clone Wars, the animated series. So this won't be his first work in the Star Wars universe or creating something with Disney. If you aren't getting stoked yet, you haven't been paying attention, guys. So, an early screening that was about 30 minutes long of the first episode came back with, quote, extremely positive reviews. So I think it's safe to say that there's probably gonna be a lot of hype around this show from the start. The show has been described as more of a Western than a sci-fi. Just by looking at a few of these shots from the trailer, they are very reminiscent of Westerns in the good old gunslinger movies, an inspiration I can really get behind since I really enjoy the style Westerns bring to the table, as well as the action and excitement Star Wars films deliver. The first episode is set to premiere on November 12th, and the second to be released November 15th, and a new episode to be released once every week following that, with a total of 8 episodes in the first season. So, Pedro Pascal will be the lead role as the Mandalorian. He's going to be playing the main character. He is best known for his role as Oberyn Martell in Game of Thrones, one of my favorite characters from that series. When he was asked about his character, Pedro said he is, quote, a mysterious lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy. Some might say he has questionable moral character, end quote. From that, I think the Mandalorian will be more of an anti-hero character who has his own set of rules and won't be the traditional protagonist hero type. I'm really excited about that idea because the main characters like Frank Castle in The Punisher and Tommy Shelby in Peaky Blinders are more interesting characters for an audience. This is because they are often conflicted about what they want to do versus what they have to do, and they are usually not as predictable, which keeps the audience guessing. Lastly, the robot in the trailer is actually IG-11 or IG-11, I'm not sure what it's gonna be. It's not IG-88. Even though it's not the same classic character from Empire Strikes Back, it will most likely be a really similar character, and just by watching those clips in the trailer of IG-11 just straight up taking these guys out, it's probably gonna be a really cool character to follow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I didn't go in depth with all the information available because I wanted to try to keep this video a little bit shorter. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited about for this new show or any other questions or predictions you may have. There's going to be a lot more content to cover once Disney Plus launches, so consider subscribing to this channel because we really want to start a fun community with lots of cool conversations and maybe some predictions with you guys. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up as it does help us out a lot. Check us out on social media and we will see you guys next time.
a piece of junk.